I remember when Kanye West and 50 Cent came out.
But that
we played both.
They build that up. That was what something of the century. I forgot what they put it out. That was a big deal.
We played both. Like, we played one, we played the other.
Which one you played more though?
I don't remember at the time, but I'm G Unit to the bone.
I was about to say, you already know who his name is.
No doubt.
I'm G Unit, baby.
No doubt.
I got my 50 Cent playing cards. I'm gonna play spades.
Of course.
My 50 Cent cards.
Okay.
I
remember that. I remember that project.
You know what I'm saying? Drinking my Branson.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a nice, smooth.
But I didn't get a chance to listen to the full Pink Friday Part 2. I did playing on the radio at Pod 105. I did get a chance to listen to the joint with her and Uzi. The joint with her and Wayne. I think the other one was called Fuck the Club Up.
Yep.
That was good. That's a good
listened to that.
The one with Cole is good too.
I think the one with Cole
I didn't listen
is
to
good.
the one with J. Cole.
It's actually really good.
I'm loving J. Cole doing like a lot of features with a lot of people. I think that it was a point in time where he was just in his shell being quiet, and I see now that he's branching out, doing a lot of stuff with people that I wouldn't normally see him do things with.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know, but if I had to think, I'm thinking maybe he's J. Cole maybe showing people that he's human like everyone else. So when I say that, meaning I think that when you look at J. Cole, you think of conscience or something like that, or you can't, you can't say something ratchet or be with her, like let's say with him and Dirk or something like that. It's like, I'm pretty sure J. Cole rock out to gas what I smoke, nigga.
These people must have never been to Fayetteville, North Carolina. They
Yeah,
have
right.
no idea what the fuck is going on
right.
down there, man. Shout out to Fayetteville too, by the way. Way Too Real Kings, what's going on? That song that you're talking about with J. Cole, that's Let Me Calm Down. What I'll say is J. Cole is continuing his run of washing people on features that he's featured on. I felt like he did his thing on the song,
On this song?
On this song.
So you say he washed Nicki?
I believe so. I mean, he's watched the last 4 features that he's been on.
I mean,
everybody.
I feel like there's not really a competition. I don't know. I feel like him being on the track with Nicki.
Come on, man.
know, I'm
Listeners are listening like, ooh.
I mean, but he does
Bloody.
Everyone knows that if you have J. Cole as a feature, like, it's his song. Like, but I just feel like it's just 2 different demos. Like, I don't know.
When you're a dope rapper, this is how I look at it. I don't look at male and female. I just look at, are you dope or you're not dope?
You're right.
It's her song. He owned it though.
Valid point.
He owned it once again. I do think that song that we was talking about, Lil Uzi Vert, Everybody though. I think that's going to be a big song.
Like a stadium song or something. You hear that in stadiums and stuff like that.
Yeah. I think New Year's Eve, that's going to be a big song in a few weeks. Let it grow on people for a little bit. And she got like, what, 22 songs on here. A few you've already heard. Like Red Ruby the Sleeves. Everybody's heard that. Falling For You. People have heard that a lot. Whether that be just through like snippets and stuff that she's done. She also has a feature with Drake, Needle. On that song, I felt like that was a Drake song, and she was like,
Let me get that. Okay.
Yeah. That joint right there. But it's a good tune too. Overall, man, I think it's a dope body of work. I see a lot of her fans are going to be most likely happy with it. And Nicki did Nicki on this. I think what I've been seeing in the comments for a lot of people on social is that we missed this Nicki, where there was a lot of variety, different styles, different personalities. It looks like she put it on this project, Pink Friday too, which you would expect.
Yeah.
I'm getting 50-50, like a lot of people say, I like it. I'm like,
It's hard, but that's the shit I don't like, man.
Okay.
The music just came out. It hasn't even been out for a full 24 hours. For the people who say it's the best thing since sliced bread, how? For the people who be like, yo, I don't like it, how? You haven't had a chance to live with it. It takes me back to Rich Baby Daddy with Drake, Sexy Red,
I ain't
and
gonna
SZA.
hold you. When I first heard it, I was like, I don't know, girl, but now I'm just like, I said, and love these out of get out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
So, yeah, okay.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I have to listen to the rest. I'm only halfway through, but I feel like I know it's Pink Friday too, but to me it's reminiscent of like the Pink Print, and I think that's for me that's her best album, because prior to that, like I was used to Smack DVD Nicki, so when she got signed and she started doing the commercial stuff, that wasn't really my cup of tea. It was still good music, obviously, it was great music, but that's not really my cup of tea. So when she did Pink Print, she won me over, and that's when I became a fan of her music again. So I feel like this album is reminiscent more of the Pink print.
Got it.
And you didn't even mention Barbie Dangerous.
I know.
her flip
Yes.
on Notorious Thugs.
Yes.
Come on now.
Yes.
I didn't hear that one.
As a Brooklynite, you might be proud.
No,
proud.
you would be. And she's spitting on this album though. I think it's definitely better than Queen.
Yes. Yes.
Million times better than Queen. She's really spitting on this.
How do you feel about her going or addressing other female artists? She didn't say. I don't think she said any names, but
Males do it all the time.
You know who she's talking about.
Males do it all the time.
No, who is she talking about?
Well, she said she talking about a couple people on there, man.
They
No,
saying that
like
she
who?
went at. They saying that she went at Megan. She went at Lotto.
She got beef with Megan and Lotto?
Where have you been?
No, I know she was like,
Even
I
on
don't mess
Red
with
Ruby-
horses since Christopher Reeve.
Yeah, like hello.
I remember how they turned.
You don't remember that she got upset that Lotto was nominated? I forgot what category it was. I think it was best.
She felt like it wasn't.
I forgot what it was.
I forget what it is, but she's like popularity or like it was a pop song. It was
Yeah.
something. It was like, yo.
I do remember her and
being
Lotto
mad about
going, and Lotto
and
was like,
forth.
yo, I really like you. I do remember that.
Yeah, which is unfortunate because they're all like dope ass female artists. You know.
So
what I
why
mean?
women don't get along? Men get along for
Men
the most
don't
part.
know, but men too. Let's not go there. Men,
No, that's the young
First
men,
of
the
all,
gra, gra.
No.
You know what I'm
What are you
saying?
talking about? It goes back to Jay-Z and Nas. What are you talking about? It
Yeah,
goes
but
back
that's
to Tupac and Big. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but
Men's
those are
been
those.
beefing.
Oh, she
Hold
hit you
on,
with this.
hold up. But that's only like two individuals. Now all the girls, like girls don't.
That
None
is
of the
not
girls.
just two individuals. Men have been going back and forth in their rap songs since the beginning of time. Stop. You want to take it to your generation, KRS-One? Like, what are you talking about?
Well, I don't know if KRS-One is my generation, but
That is because you be like, you don't know God, you don't know God. So I'm gonna take it back to the shit that you be talking.
Well,
like,
let me say
KRS-One
this.
was beefing too. Like, what are you talking about?
They wasn't beefing. They were battling. It's a difference. Jay-Z and Nas were battling. They wasn't
they
beefing.
were beefing because that was personal. Stop.
They were battling.
They were beefing. It was personal. Stop
That's
it.
battle. You
Nah.
just
So what's the
That's
difference?
like-
They battling too.
listen. No,
what's
no,
the
no.
difference?
Coming on car seats. That
Nuh-uh,
was, I don't know. That was a
Listen
little
real
personal,
quick. So
You're not
though.
gonna convince
when you
people to
listen,
go
when
on.
you look at like RBE or one of them joints, they be saying personal stuff, but they battle. There's a rap battle.
So what's the difference between females doing it and men doing it?
I didn't say. I said the difference was. I said to you it's just that to me it's so many. They all beefing. It's like so many beefing
That's
with
not
each other.
true. That's not true. Not everyone
Okay.
is beefing with each other.
I think Lotto had said something in an interview that I respect. She said sometimes it be the fans or the stands.
Well, yeah, they
That's how
add
she
fuel
put
to the
it.
fire.
Like, you know,
Absolutely.
the people who are supporting whatever your grouping is, sometimes they get into it on social media. Sometimes it be the entourages. It don't even be the artists. Sometimes it just be somebody next to them and they feel a way about something. Next thing you know, you got a little issue there.
I mean, yeah, that's obviously what happened between like Dirk and NBA YoungBoy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't even them. It was their
Yeah.
peoples. But I think it's the same thing. I think you're being ridiculous with that comment.
No,
And it's always
I think
like-
women should. I also think that men is born gladiators or to be, better than another man, and women are usually, sisterhood.
So where did the word brotherhood come from?
Brotherhood is for everyone, right?
You trying to make
That's
sense?
deep,
No.
That's deep.
Don't you jump on that bus?
That's deep, yo.
Get off the next stop.
Word, that's deep, God.
I'm just maybe
Stop.
right.
Stop.
Brotherhood is for everyone, meaning we all come kumbaya together. You understand? But I think women.
That should be humanhood.
Well, I didn't make these terminologies came before my mother was born.
I think
That's
you're
a slick
wrong.
Rick thing. Don't worry about the little old school term.
And okay, so we going back to your generation,
No,
Mr.
just
That's
saying.
not my era.
No, it's KRS-One is no era. That's a
is
little
your era.
before me.
Yeah. Okay.
No, it wasn't.
He's lying.
I'm being honest. No, KRS-One not my era. Mace is Mace. You know what I'm saying? Mace and Betha. Murder Mace.
Murder.
Yes.
Murder Mace.
Murder.
It was Murder Mace this week for sure.
Murder Mace.
This week.
No,
it was
Murder Mace ain't say nothing.
What are you talking? I mean,
Actually,
he,
there was a couple clips
it was
that
a
came
little-
up.
Murder Mace?
Yeah.
What he said?
Well, the whole situation, on another podcast. I don't know how I'm cousin Rizzy. I don't know how you approach other podcasts. Do you say other podcasts?
Yeah, that's all
Yeah,
right.
it's all love.
So shout out to the good family. In fact, Ish was just up here, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Joe Budden podcast.
Absolutely.
Melissa Ford, she has since put out an apology, but she spoke out of turn when she was speaking about Mace and Cameron. Now, Mace and Cameron was doing their sports show, It Is What It Is. And they were talking about, Cameron was like, do I have permission, Mace? And Mace was like, yeah, go ahead, killer, go ahead. And he was talking about being in the whorehouse. Melissa Ford brought that back up. And she was talking about, was there underage people in that whorehouse? Actually, at that time,
Wait, she said
it was
that
Mace
out the
and
blue?
Cam that was
Out the blue.
underage.
There was no context to it.
There wasn't, it was kind
So
of like.
what would you think? Why would
taking
she
it
say
out the
that?
air. Because of the climate that we're in right now, I think she just kind of put it out there. She said she was watching something else, and it was one of the reasons why she said something. The reason why I'm bringing it up is because there were clips that have been coming out from Mace, and Mace been on fire where he was performing at one time, and he was directing a lot of that towards Diddy, where he was, just talking about the timeline of him being on Bad Boy and what happened after Bad Boy, leading up to his name Love, and talking about, you don't steal if you love people, that type of thing.
So let me ask a question, right? Not DV. The DV part, I'm not asking, but
DV, you talking about what? Domestic violence?
yes,
All right.
not DV.
Okay.
A guy dates a girl, and I'll use he likes to spit on girls or spit in their face during sex.
Okay.
Right? He spit on them and spit on them. Maybe the girl doesn't like that, but during sex she allows it.
Okay.
Right? And they stop dating. Now is that sexual assault?
No, that's a sexual kink.
Because the reason why I'm asking, right?
I think it's different if now we're talking about drugs being given, but maybe a little more forcefully than usual. I'm not saying this is all allegedly, obviously. I'm just saying the whole situation takes a different turn and a tone when drugs are involved. We're talking about introducing another person to this, to the sexual orgy, whatever it is,
So again, I'm not, because I don't know the whole story, so I'm just asking questions.
And we're talking in generalities, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about general.
No
I'm not
one
talking.
person.
You going into specifics.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about in general.
I'm saying that's different. The sexual kink
I'm
is
dating
different.
someone. I'm into woolies, right? Do you know what a woolie is?
Isn't that like a crack lace or a cocaine lace blunt? Okay.
Blunt, yes. I'm into woolies. I'm smoking woolies and
Smells
say, hey.
horrible.
I'm like, they do smell horrible, very horrible.
Bad
So
word.
I smoke a
Nasty word.
woolie, and I'm like, hey, you should try it, right? And then and then you say no. I'm smoking, try it. Yo, try it, man. Try. I'm telling you, gonna make you feel good. Blah blah blah. You try it. You smoking it. Blah blah blah. And am I wrong for introducing you to my vice?
Now, I'll say, look, if it's your vice and you're doing it, you obviously don't see anything wrong with it. Whether it's wrong or not, for you, there's nothing wrong with it because you're doing it. But there is such a thing called peer pressure that we learn in the 2nd grade. That classifies as like peer pressure.
That goes
I'm
on
asking,
all
is
the
it
time.
wrong? I'm asking, is it wrong?
I mean, if someone says no and you keep on, yeah. I think if someone says no,
Hard stop.
I mean, if we're talking about cocaine-laced blunts, yeah. I mean, I think offering a shot to someone is a little different.
Because how many times we've been at the bar, right? And then you're like, yo, come on, try it. You're like, nah, I'm good. I got to work early in the morning. The next thing you know, we shot. Everybody going crazy.
Listen,
Drink the shot,
no, I've been
drink.
guilty of that too when I'm
Drink,
having fun
yeah,
with my friends.
see?
It is,
So
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't.
But this is different. Come on.
But you saying again, you saying
Like,
this.
like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but you keep you
let's use
airing out
examples in
something
the same
specific. I'm
vicinity.
not.
Like, come on, like that's like you're describing a situation that's at 100 and you're giving me an example that's at like a 17.
No. I'm not giving. I didn't. He gave you a different example. I'm not saying nothing in specific. I'm just asking a question because I think that I think when certain things happen, then they shoot everybody across the board. So when I say that, meaning if something happened in one situation, then it's like everybody, it's like a domino effect.
Well, yeah, I mean, we saw there were other assault allegations.
So,
Jamie Foxx.
so why I'm asking is because also I know that certain timelines, certain things were acceptable, and now that they are not. So is people wrong for doing things that was acceptable in those timelines?
Acceptable? Do you mean
So I
hiring-
saw recently, I saw DMC from Run DMC, right? This is DMC right here,
Shout out to Daryl.
right here, DMC.
Went to Rice High School in
Right,
in
and
Harlem.
he said, I used to use mad cocaine, and he said that was the drug of choice back then.
in the 80s?
You understand? So now, if somebody give you cocaine in 2023 or something like that, they wrong. You understand? But back then, that was the cool thing to do.
Well, the same thing could be said about crack. When crack first came out, no one knew what the effects would be, right? You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, a year or two in after the epidemic, like we saw. So I understand that point of view, but we are talking about
I don't think a lot of people
allegedly,
are lining up to use crack.
No, you keep saying someone. Where's the someone?
Because listen. Okay? You know what I'm doing, so just follow my lead. We are talking about someone allegedly raping someone and having them do sexual things to other people. It's very different from offering someone a line of cocaine.
Can I ask you a question? And I'm saying is I'm right or wrong. I'm just asking questions. Is it possible to rape your wife?
Yes.
Oh, come on. You're really bringing this up?
I am asking a question. I'm asking, is it
Yes.
possible? Okay, so you married to someone and you want to smash, and your wife says, nah, I don't want to smash.
Hard stop.
Hard stop.
Hard stop.
I don't want to smash. I don't want to smash.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just asking.
Just because you're married to someone doesn't mean that you do whatever they want you to do.
I thought in marriage you're supposed to submit, love, and submit.
Man, you and sometimes in a certain time, yeah, nah.
Okay.
Hard stop.
That's different.
Or you may try to go ahead and speak to her, something like, come on, baby, blah, blah, blah. But she's like, nah. Hard stop, bro.
Yeah, exactly. You'd be like, but come on,
Hard
but
stop.
okay, that's different.
And then after that, you just leave her.
Bathroom time. Jergens, let's go.
Oh, I'm married. I'm not jiggy jerkins, nothing.
No?
No.
Yeah, you got to, man.
No.
You got to.
I'm going to Jamaica on the trip.
DR?
Let that go over your
Stop
head.
it. I mean,
Nah,
really?
stop.
So because
Nah,
of that,
stop.
like, well, I'm going to go book a $2,000 trip to go fuck a whore. Like, really? Stop.
I just said don't let that go over your head. Laugh now and then figure it out later.
Yo, you know the only, okay.
Just went over your head. Don't worry
Yeah,
about it.
you know what? It's fine. And it should be, let it keep going. I'm fine with that.
The question that I always have with these types of situations, because they're nothing new, the reason why it's such big news is because it's the person who's being accused or the people
Right.
who are being accused.
Okay.
I think one of the reasons why it's such a big splash right now is because you have someone like a Harvey Weinstein who's currently in jail for the atrocities that he's done in the entertainment industry. I think it was the speed in which a lawsuit against Diddy was paid out with Cassie's accusation. But I always question the amount of time. I know there's a lot of time that has to, people have to work up or muster the energy, the courage to come forward in a lot of different cases.
Well, let me say this. From my understanding, I heard that the lawsuit wasn't against Diddy; it was against the companies,
the corporation.
the corporations.
But I think that was also,
Right.
and speaking to some friends who are lawyers, I think that was some crafty lawyering.
Yes, because you knew they were going to settle.
Right.
The companies were going to settle.
Right. But
Yes.
nonetheless, that man's name, it is what it is now. Like people are looking
Right.
at him a certain way. The industry and the public have always had this certain thing that when you talk about him is like, I think that kind of comes with the entertainment space. Like there's a lot of things that we've all been in clubs. We've all seen a lot of different things that's going on. I've seen a lot of things that have happened willingly. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I often question, like when there's a lot of time that is in between when something supposedly happened and when someone has been accused, why was the length of this time that was here? And if there was no money involved, if there was nothing that you could gain from it, I think if you feel that way and you still want your justice, then you should still go and put that person on Front Street. But when we have all these millions of dollars in here, it feels it feels weird when there's so much time that has passed.
And
in
it
a
feels
lot
like
of
a money
cases,
grab.
it feels like a money grab. And in a lot of cases, you've kind of seen people in these positions willingly. I don't know about these women. I don't, and it's not just one person. I'm talking about all the accusations that are out there. But when I see cases that are coming up from the late 90s, I tend to say like, hey, man, like, what exactly, why this amount of time? And then you're seeing the reason why a lot of these cases were coming up is because there was a deadline. That was it. I don't know the full story, so I don't want to speak out of turn.
Right,
but it just feels opportunistic in a lot of different ways. I want women to get their justice. Don't get me wrong, but I also
Men
wonder
should too.
Men should as well.
All right,
there's
come
a
on,
lot
don't
of
do that.
there's a lot of men who've been, and I'm not even joking about this. I've heard the stories. Men have been pressured to be put in certain situations,
Yeah.
especially in the music business, because they felt like they wanted to get ahead. But once they wanted to come out and say something, you bitch ass, blah, 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 blah. How you go? I would have been hitting that like crazy, da, 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 to get ahead, da, da, da. There's a lot of different cases. I just want people to get their justice. I feel uneasy when it seems to be opportunistic.
Yeah, but also you have to understand, depending on who it is, like, first of all, Cassie, I could understand her waiting a really long time. At the end of the day, she knew that when she would put this up out in the air, like, it was gonna be explosive. She knew, like, look at the magnitude of it. And I don't think it would have been bigger or smaller of a news item if it was earlier on. I think it would have still
I think
had
it
the
still
same
would have been
impact.
big. Yeah.
This is
If
what I'm
anybody
saying.
would know, it
This
would
is
be
what
her.
I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
like, I think that you have to take stuff like that. And people standing up for what's right, it kind of influences other people to do the same and be together as a unit and be a support system. So I feel like this is probably the same situation too, right? Like, you see her standing up for herself and it's like, well, she did it. And especially the girls that, or the women that
Do you
were
think
not
people
in the industry.
do people say she did it or she got money from it?
Listen, I can't say that no one saw the payday. I can't say that, but I can also say, like, listen, these women, they don't have the same power that even Cassie does. Like, can you imagine just being a woman in the 90s that had something like that happen? You're going to go against Diddy or anyone else in a position of power? Like, how well does that usually blow over? Not very well. Because then we get to victim blaming. Does she want money? The same conversation we're having right now. So
Not
nobody
does she
really
want
wants to
money.
go
He
through
just
that.
said there's a difference when you get your justice or you're putting money in.
Opportunistic is usually because of money. You know what I mean? Like, so I think that unfortunately some people ruin it for other people, and sometimes other people, they're really going through this, and
I believe that it's hard to figure out who's who in this.
It is.
I don't know the situation. I would think in Cassie's situation, it's more recent than some of the other accusations. So I think people will probably be like, if anybody's gonna know something, it's gonna be her. And we've seen other people speak out. Some of those other people that I've seen speak out who are men, even they've been pissed off at Diddy for whatever other reason. So it's just like, yo, I'm just gonna air him out too.
Or not only that, so if Cassie said it, they're gonna believe me, because then you run the risk of, if I say this, are people really gonna believe me? There was nothing. I mean, people heard things, but as far as like on Front Street, like, there was nothing, no evidence of him being that way. So me, just an average Joe, I'm gonna say something and people are gonna believe me?
Yeah.
Probably not.
It's a weird case, man.
Probably
Like,
not. Cassie saying something like that, it's like, oh, well, she put it in the air. People see that. So now if I say something, maybe people will really believe me.
Just, for the sake of crossing the T's and dotting the I's, he stepped down as chairman at Revolt because they feel like he can't be the face of anything. Even the lawsuit that he's going through right now with Diageo, they're asking for the judge to be like, hey, don't force us to go ahead and be in business with this person because of the toxicity that comes with it. Diddy did put up a post where he said, for the last couple of weeks, I have sat silently and watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation and my legacy. Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. Let me absolutely be clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and for the truth. Signed Sean Diddy Combs. This came weeks after that first accusation and lawsuit with Cassie, but I think it remains to be seen, like, how is this going to work out for him? I think a lot of people are questioning, just to tie it up on my end, the latest accusation is from a woman who said that she was sex trafficked and gang raped, sexual assault, when she was 17. And my question for all this is, like, I hope people have the receipts. Because if you have the receipts, hopefully you'll be able to get the justice that you want.
Back in those days, what receipts would you have? There was no text messaging.
I have
You
no
ain't
idea.
gonna get a hold of phone logs.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
What about he got a birthmark by his balls?
Yeah, but you could have just slept with him and know that. That doesn't necessarily mean that he raped you. You know, I'm not calling anyone a liar. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Let me ask you a question. All right, so like now we're all within the entertainment industry. Would you be wrong to, if you're about to go home with someone, hey, do me a favor, can I just get your consent? Can you just right here look at the camera? Can I? We're about to bone. You give me consent. Is that wrong? Like, how would you feel if in fact, how would you feel? And you can ask me how I can feel because I don't want to be one side. How would you feel if a man was like, hey, you mind if I get consent? Puts up his phone. It's the video. Just real quick, 5 seconds.
I mean, I wouldn't do it. You know what I mean?
Would it turn you all the way off?
It would, but I understand. You know what I mean? Like, I understand why he's doing it. So I feel fucked up for saying, like, but that's not something I would want to do. I'd rather sign something.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be on videos about, I consent to have sexual relations with such and such. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather just put it on paper.
Would you, so if somebody came out with a clipboard and a pen, would you sign something?
Come on,
like, are you going to read the whole shit? I mean, to protect all involved.
I'm not.
Would you be turned off? You would just kind of walk away from it? Like, yeah, you know what? This ain't for me. I'm out.
I don't know. I can't really say until I'm at the age where I can't really say what I would do until I'm in that situation.
What would you do?
If somebody did that to me?
Yeah.
My thing, my thing,
Jumps out the window, parachute,
like,
it's over.
Oh, please don't do that again.
I'm going to go get some meat, man. I'll see you later. I'll see you later.
Bad, chill. This ain't working out.
I don't know if I could do it, man. I don't know. I mean, just it's a vibe, the whole night and stuff like that. And again, I don't know about other people, but to see something so formal out of nowhere,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe at the beginning of the night, if I come into the club, they'd be like, hey, man, there's a lot going on in here. You got to sign off on this, do that, or whatever. Maybe. But, in the moment, like you about to put the rubber on or whatever, like, yo, hold on 1 second.
Hold up, God.
Just sign this right here.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've been in weirder situations, so.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah, like no, not like that. Well, for instance, like one time I went out on a date, right? Mm-hmm. And we were having drinks. And he was like, do you want another drink? I said, yes, I do. He went to get my drink. So I'm drinking and he's like, and he starts laughing. He was like, oh, I should have date raped. He said I should have roofied you. Ha, 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 ha.
Yeah, date over. I'm out.
And I laughed. I didn't know what to do. I was like,
fucking out, yo.
What's happening?
Who says that, yo?
Who says that?
What year was this?
Huh?
What year was this?
This was in August.
Jesus Christ.
Ha, ha, ha.
And then I'm like,
call my friend, drop the pin.
And what's crazy
Girl,
is that
and
what's crazy is that when he went to the bar, I was watching him the whole time. I don't know why. I had that feeling. I was like, I watched the whole time to make sure he didn't slip anything.
These are the weird times that we're in right now, man. These are the weird times that we in.
Bruh, I was like, then he had the nerve to ask why I didn't want to talk to him anymore. I just ghosted him. I was like, I'm not gonna have this conversation.
That was a ghosting worth it, in my opinion. Yo, I should have roofied you. Like, what the fuck? What?
Yeah.
That's
Bro,
crazy.
what are you saying right now?
Crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
So, I don't know what I would do in that situation.
Well, me, I couldn't.
Game over.
But you had to make the
Game
sound
over.
effects.
That's Lil Flip. Don't worry about it. We
Definitely.
First of all, I know Lil Flip. Okay, I know that's.
Did you know
I like
that
Game
song?
Over.
You
It's a
know
very
that?
good
Okay.
song.
All right, cool.
Thank you.
Just want to make sure.
Thank you.
She on
I
point.
did a little flip.
Yeah, she on
They
point.
did. They did a flip to his song. Wasn't it Tiger?
Was it Tiger?
Oh, Sunshine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that Tiger and YG? Or just Tiger?
I think it was Tiger, YG, and Wayne. They got a whole project out, right?
Tiger
Tiger and YG has a project out.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, they do. Shout out to YG.
400.
I think that in hip hop, I think we need to come together a little bit more because I think it's starting to become regional again. Because I start seeing certain artists only pop in their respective markets.
I see that right now. I think there's 2 Heat Rock songs but they're on opposite ends of the coast. Like one is in the East Coast and one is in the West Coast. We were talking about 4-1. Kyle Rich, Jen Carter, Tata, shout out to D Bills.
Bent.
On the East Coast, Bent. But on the West Coast, 310 Baby with Soak City is going crazy. Like it's like it's like you just see them in those pockets, like they're going crazy, but I don't see them moving far west or moving far east. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe kids, maybe they tapped in.
Because even like Jeezy, like he goes crazy.
Well, Jeezy came out with a whole album, and I don't think nobody even knew that. He came out, you knew he had an album? Like 20-something songs.
Yeah. And nobody.
Yeah, right?
Well, I mean, I guess the people who knew, they knew, but going back to conventional rollouts we were talking about with Nicki Minaj's album, Pink Friday 2, it doesn't seem like you see it all the places you would expect to see it.
Again,
maybe that's expensive for most people.
It is. But, I mean, and then it's also like, are you going to get the return?
Yeah.
Right?
But I feel like in that particular, as we're kind of segueing, switching back into music, I feel like there's a lot of people, especially kids, like if you know, like the kids know. Yeah. They know where it's at. A lot of times I think maybe 25 up is kind of like, yo, where do I go with? Oh, this is it right here. You're looking for that direction from the marketing machine to point you over here.
No, kids are on the computer all day. That's all they do is come across shit. Like adults, we got to go to work. We gotta go
find it.
You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna be online all day. I mean, we'll do Instagram.
I got 2 A&Rs in the crib, so I always listen. Like, yo, what are you listening to? Or like at our son's basketball games, like line up, like layup lines and all that. Like I hear the music. If I don't recognize it, I'm always asking, like, who is this? Who is this?
Who is that?
I had actually heard Bent super early. I didn't even realize it was the kids, but the kids knew, and they was asking for that to be played before their games. It's crazy.
I feel like Chance, your son Chance, he's good at stuff like that too.
Knowing the hot songs?
Yeah, and the new artists.
Yeah, because I think they SoundCloud, they like SoundCloud so much.
Yeah. Shout out to my man DJ Don Juan. You know Don Juan over at SoundCloud Radio, SiriusXM.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Gabe, and again, talking about regional, the homie Gabe C, who was out there, I believe Gabe is in LA, maybe in Pacific Northwest, but he happens to host a show over with us at Hip Hop Nation, and he kind of directs a lot of that new music that's coming through on the West Coast, some East Coast stuff.
They got a new station over there, right? What is it?
A new station?
Yeah, I know J1. J1 is.
Yeah, we got.
And S-Dot is the PD over there.
Well, they have
it's like 2010 Flex.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Flex and Flow. Flex 2K.
What's Flow?
Flex 2K is 2000s hip hop, and then Flow is hip hop and R&B. Yeah. And then they still got Fly as well from the 90s and 2000s. We got a lot for you over there, SiriusXM. Tap in right there on your iPhone and Android. SiriusXM app available for
everybody. Talk your stuff, baby.
Yeah, man.
#ad. No, I'm just joking.
Shameless, you never know who's watching.
Talk your stuff, kid. Okay.
I mean, we should be, first of all, I'm always going to be very biased. To me, Self is one of the hottest DJs in the world. But one of the things that he's never done is hoard the music.
No, he hoards everything else.
Everything else, maybe. But this
music.
is crazy though. I love this shit.
But music.
This is why I'm gonna be coming over here, cousin Rizzy. But when it comes to the music, we should be spreading the word about that, no matter where you're from. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes people just try to keep it in that market. Nah, let that shit flow. Let it go, man. You never know. That's gonna get that person popping when instead of just doing this little market here, now they could travel wherever they need to go, and then bring back even more experience and put more music out.
Speaking of putting out, is that Rick Ross documentary for real?
That's a good question.
I don't know. Well, I saw Red Cafe in it, so
He's in it?
Yeah, he was like the last person in there.
I just seen the whole thing.
So once I saw him, I figured it had to be real.
So
is it really Rick Ross's documentary though?
Oh, I don't know if it's Rick Ross.
Or is it just a movie and people are just making fun of it?
Is it like, like you had these skits, or sometimes people get really deep with their skits and stuff like that.
It's like a movie.
It's real.
But I think people are just being stupid.
Why is Red Cafe in it? Was it what he was talking about it or something? Like what he's worked with them and shit?
No, did you see you saw the trailer?
Nah, I didn't see the trailer.
We want to explain to him what the trailer?
The trailer is basically like a correction officer. Like
I have. Okay. But it wasn't really Rick Ross, but he was like,
Right.
yeah.
So it's like,
you
is
hear
it
the
really?
biggest balls in the background playing and shit like that.
You heard? Okay, I didn't get to hear that.
That's the shit that messed me up. That I wasn't confused about that because I'm like, yo, how can they play the music if it ain't been sang? You know, really.
Who did that?
Maybe it's fake. Maybe it's not.
Why are you looking at me for like I know? I don't know who
Your
did
friend
that.
did it?
Huh?
Your friend did it?
No.
Okay.
Queens get the
Because
money.
he out here talking about executive producing these documentaries. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think all that. Well, he's on tour actually. Anyway, 50 Cent is on tour, so I don't think that
He was in
he's
Perth
worried about those things.
in Australia.
Even the stuff that he said, like it was in passing.
yeah.
You know, looked like he was either coming off or going on the stage. I don't think, he's making a lot of money on tour
Arenas. It's amazing, bro.
Speaking of
for
which,
almost a year.
Crazy, bro.
Uncle Murder, you have to come here and speak to us because he has to do a wrap up. There's no way.
Is Uncle
I
Murder
don't think he's doing
the
it.
rap?
I don't
No,
think
he
so.
He said this shit like the last 2-3 years, man.
Yeah,
No,
but he's
he
on
looked
tour.
serious last time. He looked serious. No,
He's
he
on
has
tour.
to do. He had too much happened this year for him not
Everybody
to do a
waiting
wrap-up.
though, man. I don't care if he's on tour. It's not like he's not seeing what's going on in the news.
Let's try to FaceTime, see if Uncle Murder answers. I don't think so. I don't think he's
I
doing
wouldn't pick up. I mean, shit. I know Murder didn't go ahead and get the international plan.
So stupid.
I know he
He
did.
don't have an international
I know he
plan.
didn't do it.
He get a lot of money now.
They probably was like, they told him what it was. He was like, whoa, nah, no, I'm not.
Yeah, I don't think he's doing it.
He needs to.
You gotta do it, man. Everybody.
And if not, you have to come here and explain why. We have to have a
Yeah,
conversation.
Yeah.
We're
Murder.
picking up for you.
Uncle Murder probably
didn't
done
pick
went
up.
through like
You're
about
not important enough for him to pick up.
4
know.
different passports but at this
No,
point.
he didn't
man.
pick up. Oh man.
What time is it
wanna
out there
cry.
now? I don't even know
It
where
might
he's at.
be
He's on the
different
other
times.
side of the
Probably like 6 in
world
the
right
morning
now.
over there or something.
Yeah, last time I saw they was out in like Australia or something.
You know, I love this sweatshirt, but it makes me look really fat, by the way.
You don't look fat. What are you talking about? You look comfy.
It's couch
I thought women liked big sweatshirts because y'all steal them
Yeah,
all the
but it
time.
needs to like fall a certain way. You know what I mean? Like
Y'all
you can't-
always stealing sweat. Why y'all always? Why? What's up with the thievery with women in hoodies? Why do y'all do that?
Why do we steal your hoodie?
Why? For what? Why for?
Women do
Because
steal
it's
men.
kinda,
yeah.
it's kind of like y'all hugging us when you're not around.
Why not just ask? Why you guys steal this shit?
Yeah.
'Cause they don't hit the same.
Just it don't hit the
Don't
same.
hit the same.
They don't-
This is crazy.
Don't hit the
Wow. This how you go. This is how you go finesse us, huh? You don't hit the same.
Don't hit the same.
I just want to feel like
Did it
your
work?
arms are wrapped around me. Hell no. I
Come
want my
on,
hoodie
yes,
back,
it did.
man.
I can tell in your eyeballs that work.
I
Stop.
want my hoodie
Stop.
back.
No,
dog.
if a girl's like, oh, but it feels like you're with me.
You know what's crazy? It's the craziest part. When you see it on Instagram and she all cozy in her house or something, or she going to get something to eat, you be like, yo, that's my hoodie right there.
Yeah, you should feel proud.
Proud. Just give me my money. How about that? Cash App, Venmo, Zelle.
You would never do that.
What?
You would never do that.
I would.
Really?
I absolutely would,
I
man.
can see why y'all friends for so long.
Yes. How you
really
think we're
tell
gonna
her,
keep
give me the
things
money for my
maintaining?
hoodie?
It's not sustainable.
Stop.
You gonna keep on stealing people clothes?
Hello.
At least 2.
2?
Yeah.
You know what? You know, you should just go ahead and build in a little steal my hoodie budget or something, man. Just go ahead and
Now
give a
you
little.
serious. You all right. You got it.
Oh, word? That's what they told
You
you?
got it.
What's that Jay-Z laugh? Ha ha. Man, I need all my hoodies, guy. All my hoodies.
And it
man.
gotta smell like him.
Damn, yeah, you know what? Nah.
Or a
I guess
t-shirt,
maybe.
right?
It depends. A t-shirt, I'll give up. But a hoodie,
Nah, I gotta have a hoodie.
hoodies be
T-shirt.
costing
What is
too
this,
much right now.
1993?
Hoodies cost too much nowadays. Hoodies be $100 plus.
Well, that's the cost.
What would be your top 5 albums of all time?
5
Not
is
the
a lot.
top 5 album, yours.
Dude, 5 is a lot, dog.
No, it's not.
Damn, man. Let me see. I would definitely put, I know it's going to be generic, man, but Reasonable Doubt, Ready to Die, Illmatic's going to be in there for me. Purple Rain's going to be in there for me.
Purple Rain.
Purple Rain.
You talk about
Prince.
this would be in my top 5
Prince.
of all time.
Why'd you use that one?
Yeah, the first one. That's the first one, right?
Nah, that's not the first one.
The first, his first one.
The first album that was on Def Jam? Like,
Yeah, his
before
first
Tuda,
album.
This after Tuda and Booted. You know, there was a project
No,
before
not
that.
Tuda and Booted
You're talking
album.
about this stuff right here.
Yes, that album.
Yeah, this is a good album right here.
People be sleeping on this album. This album was a very good album.
Yeah, it was dope, man.
When that came out, like 2016?
I don't remember when it came out.
It might have been a little bit earlier than that, man.
It was a very, very good album.
I'll probably
together
put
very well.
My fifth would probably be some Luther in there too. I'll put some Luther or Sade or something like that. I try to balance things out.
You said who?
Luther or Sade.
Oh, Luther. Oh, I was talking about hip hop.
I gotta balance some things
Wait,
out.
first of all, is it true that Sade is the name of the band and not the singer?
Well, it's Sade Adu, right? Isn't that her name?
What?
Sade Adu, isn't that her last name?
But isn't that supposed to be the name
I think
of the group?
that might also be the name of the group too. I'm not 100%
I feel
sure.
like I saw that a couple weeks ago.
Really?
I don't know.
What were you watching? You was watching another documentary?
No, I was online where I get all my news.
What would be your top 5 hip hop album?
Me?
Lil Derek,
First.
Smirky O Chronics.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I love Lil Durk, yes. But it would probably be It Was Written.
Over Illmatic.
Yeah. For me, I'm not saying it was the better album. For me, I enjoyed It Was Written more. For me.
I would, if I'm taking out the R&B, I would say 36 Chambers, Wu-Tang. I gotta put Wu-Tang in there. And I would probably put Snoop's album, first album.
Snoop.
Yeah.
Yeah, we be
gonna say
sleeping on
Snoop.
Snoop on this
Snoop's
side.
first
Yeah, because it was he had some hits.
Snoop's first. I'll tell you real quick before you give me your things. Well, the first time I went to LA, probably was like 89, 1990, something like that. I went there for like Christmas holiday, and my aunt, they were like, yo, let's go to Disneyland, let's go to this. I was like, nah, take me to Compton. I want to go to Watts. I need to see South Central. This is around the Rodney King riots and all that. Like, they was definitely like, no, we can't take you. I was like, nah, I got to go. I want to see this. I've always had a love for West Coast music. So when Snoop dropped that album, I mean, even before that, NWA, all that stuff, huge on MCA, huge. But I remember the day when Snoop first came. I don't know if you remember, you came to the
Trafalgar
Bronx.
Square?
No, we came to Trafalgar Square, but remember he came to the Bronx, he came to NYC Booms.
No.
He had Hunts Point on tilt. There was cars all over the place, man. That shit was crazy. Love West Coast music. But you said It Was Written with Nas.
It was written. Hard Knock Life.
Copy.
Probably it's between like I like Foxy Brown. What was it? Was it China Doll? May have been no. Il Nana.
Il Nana, first
I used
joint.
to love that album.
Def Jam.
Yes. I had to throw a Mark Anthony album.
You said hip hop.
Yeah.
Oh, it has to be hip hop? You said album of all time.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but
He said Sade and
know,
the
then
band.
I
Switch
switched it up.
All right. Hip hop.
I'm
So we back.
sorry.
We back to 3. Fuck. I never really thought about this. All the music I listen to, I never really thought about this.
You in apartment 5H, what happens when we pass the aux? What you gonna do?
First of all, my playlist is amazing.
Gra.
My shit is amazing. I'll
That's
send you my playlist. So you see.
subjective. Depends who's listening.
If you know good music, then you like it. If you don't know good music, you don't like it. Sorry.
Okay. You still got 2 though. You on the clock. What's up? Stop trying to
Damn.
buy some time. Big Pun?
I love that album,
Capital
but it's
Punishment.
not. First of all, just because I'm Puerto Rican doesn't mean that he has to.
It was one of my favorites, but
It was
it
great.
didn't make it.
It was great, but it's not on my top.
Hey,
5.
Tony Sunshine, the guy is amazing.
Triple Six.
I used to love all those guys. I used to love all those guys. Damn, I can't. I have to think about the next 2.
All right.
I have to
Let's
think
buy
about
her
it.
some time, stuff. What you got?
Oh, well, definitely that. Snoop,
Which one though?
the first Snoop, just definitely Doggy Style. Get Rich or Die Trying,
That was a good album.
50 Cent,
What was that? What was it? 96? What year was
2000,
2000?
2001.
2000.
I also
that?
like,
He was in Atlanta
was it?
for
That was 2003.
we was in Atlanta for NBA All-Star that year. That was a big album. Bro.
what's her name, too? Freeway, Freeway's first album.
First album.
Yeah, I think
Freedom
that got
Thinkers Academy,
overshadowed
what up?
because 50 Cent came out and kind of like overshadowed him.
Yeah.
Then if I gotta go back,
That would have been a
super old
courtesy.
school.
That would have been a courtesy right there. Like, let me get this off, Fifth, real quick. Let me go ahead and
Well, I think that my strategy back then would have been if somebody's big dropping, I want to drop too, because then that person would have went to the store and
and
picked
catch that
him
wave.
and picked me up too. I'm gonna pick both of y'all up, me buy both.
That's like $30 right there.
Well, I'd rather spend the $30. I think a customer would spend $30 than to spend 12 and 12 because they got to go to take the bus or the train, to go pick up the. Back in the days, you had to buy your own CDs and tapes.
I'm aware of that.
No, because you kept saying because Karis won, and so I'm just letting you know that.
Okay.
Okay. And maybe if I had to take it back to the classic Brand Nubian.
Ooh, behind the barbershop. Yeah. I'm with that.
You never heard of Brand Nubian?
Stop. Yes, I have.
Name 4 Brand Nubian records.
I can't because I didn't really listen to them. Come on.
Okay. Brand Nubian is the truth.
Brand Nubian with Pooh
I don't
or
like
after
conscious
Pooh?
rap.
Both I like, but I like the first album. Everybody, if somebody mentions Brand Nubian, you definitely going to say the first album. 100%.
The first. Yeah.
Can't never disrespect that first album. All for one.
All for one, definitely. Hard body karate right there, son. You got your 2? What's up?
Damn, it's so hard.
You still over here?
Yes.
Lost.
Damn.
I'm surprised. Okay, so I'm gonna put this on you for womanhood. What's your top 2 hip hop albums from women?
Well, obviously Foxy Brown. Don't know.
You said that one right. You said okay.
No, I mean I love Lauryn Hill, but I wouldn't say that's like my favorite.
Nicki?
Like I at the it's see now I don't know because I like Pink Print, but I also like Cardi B's album. The
Invasion of
album.
Privacy?
I think people be sleeping on MC Light's album. Paper Thin.
Paper Thin.
MC Light had some hits.
I was
Shout
more
out to
of a
Cuzzo
Brat
Audio
fan,
too.
to be honest.
The
The Brat?
Yeah, I like
Funkdafied?
that. And then even when she got a little, what do you like? And
She had a dope. What was that song she had with Big? So unbelievable. Yeah, that shit was hard right there.
The B-side.
B-sides, yeah. That was a dope song.
Before your time.
That was a dope
I'm
song.
okay with that. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm okay with that, man.
I'm okay with that.
By the way, did you know that I saw this while we were coming into apartment 5H? It looks like Invasion and Privacy is starting to go up the charts again now that Pink Friday 2 has dropped.
Crazy.
They had like this timeline, like say at 12 p.m. it was like at 200 something. At 2 p.m. it jumped up to 40 something. By the time it hit 2 o'clock or something like that, or 4 o'clock, it was like 1 and 2. Pink Friday 2 was number 1, and Invasion of Privacy was at number 2.
That's the shit that Lotto be talking about. It's the fans, like.
Yeah. They get involved. Like, we gonna
add
rev
the
this
fuel
shit
to
up
the
real
fire,
quick.
yeah.
We gonna rev it up. Like,
Yeah.
yo, get it back up there. Get it back up.
Wow.
Pause. That was crazy.
So stupid.
Yeah, get it back up is crazy. I can't just leave it like that.
Hey, yo.
Whoa, hey. Oh
Well,
my
that's a
God.
blessing at this age, right there.
Well, good. I'm about to go to this club, man.
You need to go with him.
Yeah,
to the nightclub.
it's been a while since I've been in the
back
club.
in training. He needs to be trained in the streets again.
You know what? When I used to be in the club with DJ stuff, like they would do whatever.
It used to be. I like that one. Yeah.
DJ stuff, son. I put in my dues, man. I've lived more revolutions with this cat than most people out there. The only person that got more time on the clock than me is probably Money Marv. I give Money Marv, Hermethea, Geodon got more hours. Yeah. That's about it. Maybe Niz, but outside of that, it was something they wasn't riding around with the the green. What was the Galant? The Galant was the green this, and then the Silver
He had a
Bullet.
Galant? Oh God.
Yeah, son.
I did have a
already know what
Mitsubishi
time it is.
Galant.
Yeah, I already know what time it is.
I did
Moving
have-
crates all over the place. Yo, son. Yo, wait.
He
In
was a
fact,
thotty.
do you have plans for New Year's yet? Like, do you have plans?
Yeah. New Year's is big for DJs. New Year's, Halloween, and then New Year's. Those like 2 big days.
Are you gonna be here in New York City, or you traveling?
I'll be in New York.
You be due by itself sometimes. How about you?
I'm not sure yet.
Huh? I think I'm gonna come out for New Year's Eve, dog. I think I'm gonna
Go where?
I'm gonna come out. Period. I
okay.
don't know where yet. But wherever I go, I wanna dress up. I wanna make sure we slide into 2024 suited and
that.
booted.
I hear that.
You know what I'm saying? Or the spot where you gonna be at? Are you gonna be dressed up, or is it like some
Nah, it's a straight G, baby.
straight G? Yeah. son.
He only get dressed up for his birthday.
Yeah,
That's when he
son.
bring
Which is
out-
coming around.
It's
too.
right around the corner.
Yes,
but
ma'am. Yeah, it is. Shout out to all my Capricorns.
Nah, it's still sad season.
Aquarius.
Come on, chill out, son.
When you bring out the big glass.
Oh, let me tell you something. Let me be very clear about something. Y'all Capricorns are cool, but y'all got it really easy because Sagittarius, we set it up for y'all for the entire month. Like, we in the year, and then you got Christmas and New Year's.
You actually don't end the year. Capricorn
Y'all
ends the
have
year.
the most defaulted happy time in the fucking year, dog. Astrology-wise, y'all have it easy, guys.
No, that's the worst because
Y'all have it easy.
You got Christmas, so that means you only get one gift. You know what I'm saying?
So what? We got one gift too. We've gone through the same thing.
Who gives somebody 2 gifts? Your birthday's the 23rd. You get one gift.
My niece is the 31st. Her birthday's New Year's Eve. So she gets her Christmas gift and she gets her birthday gift.
Well, that's kind of like 10 days after.
Okay, what are you complaining about? Your birthday's the following month. What are you crying for? There we go. Exactly.
My point is, man,
You ever heard that
Christmas,
song before?
New Year's,
Who is
Martin
that?
Luther King.
Yo, why you always
Y'all
gotta
got it good, bro.
test me? Like, leave me alone.
I'm
I've
asking
heard the
whose
beat
song.
before.
Yeah,
But whose song is that? So you can understand why I said that to
Whose
you.
song is that?
I forgot. Wasn't it like a remix to a Brandy song?
What? Oh my God, man. Oh my
It
God.
was.
Mary is
Oh,
not
Mary,
happy.
Mary, Mary, Mary.
But actually, that
Mary,
wasn't
Mary.
the song I was trying to, the song I was trying to play for you was Hi, hater,
course.
hi, hater. You see me?
Shout out to Mano. It's definitely cuddle season.
You see me?
We hooked up the Wi-Fi and all that.
You can leave. I'm gonna stay here.
This is good.
I'm gonna take over your apartment.
Can't wait. Just
I like the girls.
lock my door.